We're flying from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Washington Dulles, and one of the only airlines in the world that offers ice cream sundaes 30,000 feet in the air. From the lounge experience to an extremely comfortable seat to the food and service on board, we may have finally answered the question of which is the best US airline.
So welcome to United Polaris Business Class with Mark.
Our gate did not have a jet bridge, so it was time to hop on a bus to cross a tarmac and head over to our aircraft.
You know, I don't even know if this audio is going to come through, but I've always liked remote boardings over just like a regular jet bridge. I think it's a lot of fun being on the ground and climbing up, so good experience.
And here's your first look at our United Polaris seat for this flight. When selecting seats in Polaris, it's important to note that odd number seats are closer to the window while even number seats are closer to the aisle, and here's an example of the middle seats in an odd row.
So welcome to United Polaris Business Class, where initial impressions is the seat itself feels very sleek and modern. I'm a huge fan of the blue-gray kind of United colors type vibe with the steel accents. And even though Polaris has been here for years, it feels very just like a modern business class to fly in.
The crew handed out a welcome drink and our menus and then asked for both our first and second choice preferences for the meal service. Starting off our seat tour, here's a quick look at the footwell, and then we have a storage compartment where we can find both a water bottle and our headphones. You have a separate reading light aside from your overhead light, and then you've also got a small hanger hook. On your seats, you'll find various pillows and blankets that are all Saks Fifth Avenue branded. And you'll find your Therabody amenity kit. After boarding was complete, the safety video began, we pushed back from the gate, and it was time to start taxiing to our runway. Shortly after reaching cruising altitude, the crew began the lunch service.
They just started the lunch service where they're handing out warm nuts and champagne as well. To be honest with you, as a business class rookie myself who was just getting started, I didn't know how much better warming up these nuts are. Yeah, warm nuts.
For my appetizer, I chose the confit prawns with the noodles, and for my entree, I chose the red chili and coconut curry prawns. Both choices were great, and I was pleasantly surprised how good the prawns were on both dishes.
So the most iconic part of the entire United Polaris business class flight is their ice cream sundaes that they offer on their flight. So they literally roll around an ice cream cart and give you the options of, do you want cherries, whipped cream, nuts, caramel, chocolates, and then the base, I believe, is vanilla ice cream. And so this is a live reaction to what I was most looking forward to on this flight. Oh yeah, fly Polaris. Like fly Polaris now.
Checking out the entertainment screen, there are plenty of movie options, but what I really loved was this screen that shows you the entire schedule of the flight so you know what's coming next. And starting a brand new segment on this channel, each flight that I review, I'll be checking if both Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are available. So United Polaris passes the Lord of the Rings check, but unfortunately, looking for Star Wars movies, Polaris fails. With the lunch service fully complete, it was time to get ready for a quick afternoon nap. There's a control panel right on the armrest where you can adjust both the lights and the seat adjustments.
So, quick reaction to the bedding. I personally think the comforter is fine, nothing special about it. It feels like a thin comforter with not enough fluff to it. But this Saks Fifth Avenue pillow right here, this is a winner. It is a ton of fluff. I might even start creating some sort of like rating system when it comes to pillow fluff, but it feels like the type of pillow that I would have at home, and so the Saks pillow is a huge win.
Here's a quick bathroom tour. Nothing too special. The products were Therabody branded, but in terms of amenities, that's about it. I did enjoy the facial mist that was available. In the galley, you'll find a snack cart with limited options. There's water, some fruits, a couple bags of chips, but nothing too special here.
So this year for their amenity kit, United has partnered up with Therabody. And so their amenity kit this year is actually a 2-pocket fanny pack. I don't know how I feel about it, especially because last year they had that legendary away amenity kit that was super popular, got rave reviews, but let's do the unboxing. We have eye mask, socks, and they have the grippies so you don't, slip and slide. Soft tissues, a dental kit, so I assume there's a toothbrush in here. Earplugs, the tiniest of pens. Look at this, tiny. And then finally, it looks like a Therabody Theraface whole kit. Let's go ahead and open it up. So in this kit, we get lip balm, hydrating mist, eye serum, cleansing towelette, and hand cream. So yeah, this entire amenity kit is definitely very focused on Therabody and self-care.
About an hour before arrival, the crew began to serve the pre-arrival meal, and for this meal I chose the chicken and bacon sandwich.
So 8 hours after flying United Polaris, let's talk about overall thoughts on the flight, and let's start off with some of the pros. Number one pro is going to be the crew. Super friendly, super attentive. They loved engaging in conversation. They were absolutely fantastic. The bigger thing that I like about Polaris is the privacy. So these seats aren't closed door, but they are positioned in a way where you won't see other people, they won't see you while you're flying, even if there's no door in between you guys. So that's really awesome as well. In terms of the food, I was pretty satisfied. I loved the shrimp appetizer and entree that we had. The arrival meal didn't look the best, but actually flavor-wise, it was really solid. Now let's move on to some of the cons. So if you choose an odd number row, which is going to be closer to the window, it is a little difficult to get in and out. The aisle that you're in is thinner. You do have to sidestep to get out, so that's one of the cons there. Another is, although I started the video saying that the cabin is sleek and modern, there are tiny bit signs of wear and tear. I would say I was rather overall impressed. I expected more wear and tear than there is. Definitely not the newest cabin in the world, but I still stand by that it feels very sleek and modern. Overall, in its entirety, is sustained very well. The final con is I just wasn't very impressed with the amenity kit. It's a relatively thin crossbody bag or fanny pack, and although it tried to come off as innovative, it just isn't up to quality, and I don't think I'm going to have a ton of use for it in the future. For takeoff and landing, they require you to wear your shoulder strap. And I feel really cool doing it on a plane because it's like I'm taking off on a rocket ship. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me in this United Polaris business class review. If you want a step-by-step guide on how to book this flight using points as well, in my Japan video, which you can click right here, I go over exactly how to book Polaris business class seats through Air Canada Aeroplan. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in that video.